It started when my wife reconnected with a woman who had recently ended her marriage. At first I shrugged it off. It seemed harmless, maybe even good for her. She appeared lighter, more relaxed, grateful to have someone new to talk to. But over time I noticed small shifts. Her new friend had a cynical view of marriage, and I could feel those ideas gradually influencing my wife. The first real warning came one night at dinner when she casually asked what I thought about couples in open relationships. I laughed it off, assuming she was joking, but she kept bringing it up in the weeks that followed. Every time I said it was something I couldn't accept, she waved it away and acted like I was simply being old-fashioned. Not long after, her nights out multiplied. She called them girls' outings, but my gut told me otherwise. She guarded her phone, smiled at messages late at night, and began dressing with a kind of attention I hadn't seen in years. The woman I thought I knew was slipping out of reach. One evening I overheard part of a call. She was laughing, talking about how freeing it felt not to be tied down. My chest sank. I confronted her, and she shut down, defensive. She admitted her friend had been encouraging her to loosen up, to stop staying stuck in what she called a boring marriage. Hearing her describe our life that way cut me to the core. I'd always believed we had something strong, yet she'd started treating what we built like something disposable. She even told me her friend had suggested she'd cheat if I refused an open arrangement. I was stunned. It wasn't only the betrayal that hurt, it was that she seemed to value her friend's counsel more than my feelings. Eventually suspicion turned into proof. One night, I caught her coming back into the house in the small hours. Under the pressure of being found out, she admitted she'd been seeing someone else. She minimized it as an experiment, but whatever label she used, it was still a betrayal. Weeks later came the final collapse. She sat me down and told me she was pregnant. The timing made it nearly impossible for the child to be mine. The room spun. She sobbed and said she didn't know who the father was, that she never meant for any of this to happen, but intentions couldn't change what had been done. Her friend, the one who pushed her toward all this, vanished when the consequences arrived, leaving my wife alone with the wreckage. She tried to shift blame onto her, but I reminded her that nobody forced her choices. Every decision had been hers. I began to withdraw. Our home filled with silence. Each time I looked at her, I felt only fury and betrayal. Memories of the life we once planned, of raising children together, replayed and twisted into nightmares. Family and friends started to notice the change. Some offered sympathy. Others told me to leave. In my bones, I knew they were right, though the pregnancy made everything more complicated. She begged me to stay regardless of who the father was, but I couldn't imagine raising another man's child as if nothing had happened. The idea burned like salt in a raw wound. In the end, I accepted the truth. The trust between us was broken beyond repair. I can forgive mistakes, but I couldn't forgive deception on that scale. I told her I wanted a divorce. She cried, pleaded, pointed fingers at her friend once more, but my heart was already gone. I couldn't remain in a marriage where loyalty meant so little. Now I'm rebuilding my life. Healing is slow and painful, but each small step reminds me I deserve better than a life of lies. The child is blameless. The choices that led here were hers alone. I will not carry the consequences of decisions she made. I'm focusing on myself again, planning a future free from secret messages and midnight encounters. It hurts to let go of the years we shared, but staying in a broken marriage would only keep me trapped in misery. Gradually, my confidence is returning and peace is creeping back into my days. As for her, she must live with what she's done. Maybe one day she'll see the damage she caused, but by then it will make no difference to me. I'm done being the one who pays for her mistakes. I'm finally free.